From the creators of the absolutely off-the-wall Ape Escape and the brutally difficult Demon Souls comes one of the most refreshing, topsy-turvy games to be found on any portable. Gravity Rush blends an absolutely beautiful art style with gameplay that is ever-shifting. While Gravity Rush brings with it an amazing look with innovative gameplay, it doesn't bring the legs to sustain it for longer than most other titles. The story in Gravity Rush centers around Kat, a girl afflicted with amnesia as well as the unusual ability to bend gravity at her will with the help of her pet cat, Dusty. With this rediscovered ability, Kat must solve the mystery of her past, come to terms with her gravity shifting powers, as well as track down another mysterious shifter, and reunite the floating city she's found herself in. The game tells this narrative through interactive, comic-like sequences which do little to fully flesh out the somewhat convoluted story, and the lack of voiceovers don't do it any favors. Perhaps it helps to promote its comic book style, but the writing indicates that it best be evoked via voiceover. Gameplay in Gravity Rush is one of the most refreshing aspects of the game. By pressing the R button, Kat is able to fly at high speeds towards an enemy for an attack, or find hidden gems to upgrade Kat's shifting abilities. Shifting includes adjusting gravity to create a new perspective, power sliding along the streets, or using a flying spiral attack to take down her rather larger bosses. Battling enemies can take place on the streets or on the side of buildings, creating an innovative new perspective on standard button mashing tropes. When fighting, you'll be mashing a square button to attack, doing anti-gravity flying kicks, and stroking the touchscreen to evade attacks. Evading attacks takes some getting used to, but since enemy attacks are telegraphed a mile away, you'll almost always see them coming. The only issues that arise in battle is fighting the camera. As you tilt the right analog stick, you'll adjust the camera and the trajectory of gravity shifting. But you can also do so by tilting the Vita system using its built-in gyro. This movement of the system can actually be a preferred method instead of the joystick, but in the heat of battle, it can easily throw you off target with no way of turning it off. The structure of the game is an open-world, mission-based world with a clearly defined path. Your role as Kat is to rebuild the void open world around you by progressing in story missions, discovering shortcuts, and taking on gameplay challenges. One minute you'll be furnishing your sewer home with furniture, the next you'll be battling Nevi in a time attack challenge. In between challenges and story progression missions, you're free to fly around and collect gems in the floating world, which are then spent on upgrading Kat's abilities, like kicks and gravity gauge regeneration. As the world opens up, there's always more and more places to discover, as well as more challenges to unlock. Upon completion, these challenges will reward you with more gems, which seem to be one of the only motivators for progression beyond the story and world exploration. The world of Gravity Rush is absolutely beautiful. It's a rich blend of cel-shaded anime with tones of warm watercolors. It really is something to behold on not only a portable console, but any, and the Vita's OLED display really does beautifully display these vibrant colors. The music is a fantastic melody of orchestral tunes with a few standout tracks, especially the battle theme, which may stay stuck in your head long after the game is over. Much like the Void world, Kat is probably the only character model that is well defined and animated. Her hair and scarf, as well as her movement, look great, while NPC characters seem stiff by comparison. Gravity Rush is by far one of the best games to grace Sony's new handheld. With a richly designed world, it's one that you'll want to dive into, but aside from gem collecting, there's really nothing outside of its campaign to keep you coming back. But if you can overlook its limited potential, or its static story, you'll be rewarded with a game that begs you to bend and shift gravity in a fast and new adventure. Save and Quit Gaming gives Gravity Rush for the PlayStation Vita a 4 out of 5.